Okay, so our question for today is find the equation of the line which passes through the point 0, 6 and is perpendicular to the line y equals 3x plus 1. Okay, so this line has to go through the point 0, 6 and it also has to be perpendicular to this line here. Okay, so first of all, to help you imagine what this looks like, you could first draw the y equals 3x plus 1 line. Okay, so this is basically it here. It's a straight line. Okay, and yeah, basically the line that we're looking for has to be perpendicular to this line. So what does perpendicular mean? It has to cut the line at a right angle. So here is perpendicular here. So here's a line. It has to cut it at a right angle like that, this line. Okay, but this line also has to go through the point 0, 6. So it has to go through 0, 6. So it has to go through that point. So as you can see, the line is going to be, it's going to look something like this. Okay, it's going to look something like that. That's the line we're looking for. But the thing is, how can we mathematically work out what the equation of that line is? So the first thing we know is that the line goes through the point 0, 6. Okay, so that means the y-intercept must be 6. Okay, so in order to do this, you need to know the basic y equals mx plus c model. So if you don't know that, then you should revise this first before trying to do this. But we know that the y-intercept, that this c here, we know that that is 6. Okay, the next thing we're looking for is the gradient, the m. Okay, now what is the gradient of this line here? Okay, well the clue is in the perpendicular bit. So the gradient of this line is 3. Okay, the gradient of this line is 3. Now there is a rule that you need to be aware of, that the gradient of the perpendicular line is going to be the negative reciprocal of the gradient of this line. So let's call this one line A, and let's call the perpendicular line line B. So line A, the gradient, is equal to 3, as we've just said. Now the negative reciprocal, okay, so I'll just write that so you remember. So it's the negative reciprocal, okay, so the negative reciprocal of 3 is minus, because it's negative, it's the opposite of the positive here, and reciprocal means flip it over. So 3 is the same as 3 over 1, so the reciprocal is 1 over 3. So the gradient of this is going to be minus 1/3. Okay, so here is y equals mx plus c. So if we're going to make the equation of the line, it's going to be y equals, the m is minus 1/3, so minus 1/3, and then plus c. We already knew from earlier that c was 6 because this line cuts through the y-axis at the point 6. So y equals minus 1/3 plus 6. Okay, so that's that. Any questions, just drop them down below.